Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So, we're going to continue with this series on football stadiums around the world, and after many requests, we're going to take a look at the Eredivisie in the Netherlands. Here's a snapshot of some of the lovely stadiums that are coming our way in this football crazy country. There are lots of really tiny ones as well as a complete contrast. And I've chosen, because we've passed the end of the season, this is going to be the first of next season's ones. So this is for the season 2023-24, so it reflects the teams that were promoted and relegated this season just finished. So this is an ASMR video, that's why I'm whispering and talking quietly. It's meant to help you relax and maybe even fall asleep, so you can either look at the pictures or you can just close your eyes and listen to me describe them and talk about them. Totally up to you, but if you do enjoy the video at any point, just make sure that you click that like button and drop a comment on which is your favourite stadium in this particular list. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Okay, number one is going to be Ajax. So I think it's the biggest stadium, and we're going to start off with the biggest stadium. This is in Amsterdam, of course, and it's called the Johan Cruijff Arena. In English, we often pronounce it Johan Cruyff Arena, also previously known as the Amsterdam Arena. 55,865. I think, was it one of the first to have a retractable roof? And I know that the Millennium Stadium, now known as the Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales, was built using this as the design. I wonder if you have as many problems as we do with the pitch, because it doesn't get enough sunlight. Yeah, so this is often used as the national stadium as well, but not always. They do move around a little bit in the Netherlands. So this is Ajax Stadium, the Johan Cruijff Arena, 55,865. Lovely stadium, goes without saying. Absolutely world class. And at its time when it was built, just a revolutionary new idea which everyone else has copied. So okay, so we're going in alphabetical order, obviously. Next up is new guys, Almere City. So from the largest stadium in the Netherlands to the absolute smallest. Although there are a couple of competitors actually, so stick around for some really teeny tiny stadiums today. Almere City, this is the City-Yanmar Stadion, and it houses just 4,501 supporters. So that's really teeny tiny, but it does seem to have four sides, so it is, a traditional stadium. It's not sort of just one, but there are much smaller looking ones. And yeah, so this is Almere City. Okay, so that's the second stadium. And the third today is going to be AZ with the AFAS Stadion. This is actually only 19,478, so similar size to lots of championship teams like Swansea, Cardiff, etc. But it's a really nice stadium. I saw it recently in the Nations League finals. I think they used this one, right? Unless I'm completely wrong. And yeah, it's just a really nice stadium, compact. Nice front there, which is all lit up by the looks of it. I think they are redesigning the roof at the second. I've had a couple of different pictures. I don't know whether this thing is from the roof or is going back onto the roof, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think they're sort of adding the roof at the second, so this photo might be a little bit out of date, I'm not sure. There were quite a few photos. Plus, I don't know if I confuse myself, but is there an AFAS Stadion in Belgium as well, or am I completely wrong about that? Anyway, so that's AZ-Alkmaar's Stadium, and 19,478 is the capacity. Okay, next up, Excelsior, the Donge and the Stadion, and this is also 4,500. So another teeny tiny stadium. And Excelsior, is it in, I get confused, Rotterdam? So got, yeah, another larger stadium which we'll come to later in Rotterdam, but yeah, so this one is quite a small one, but it's the same as Almere City in the sense that it has 4 small stands surrounding the pitch. So that's the Van Dongen en de Roo Stadion, 4,500 for Excelsior. Okay, next, Feyenoord. Very famous stadium, de Kuip. So they are the current title holders, the champions of the 2022-23 season. And their capacity is 47,500. And you've got this circular-ish design to it, and you can see on the outside it's not a circle, but for some reason all the pictures from within make it look like a complete circle, which is curious. And you've got this like low-lying roof as well that you can see goes right the way around. So that is Feyenoord's Stadium de Kuip. I think in English we often pronounce it de Kuip, and it's 47,500 in its capacity. One of the largest and prettiest stadiums we'll be seeing today. Okay, Fortuna Sittard. I saw on the map actually they're quite southerly in the Netherlands, aren't they? They're in that slip of land that is just between Germany and I think maybe Luxembourg. Fortuna Sittard Stadion, 10,300. So it's relatively small, but it's not teeny tiny. And it's got 4 stands. They're slightly larger than the other ones that we've seen for Excelsior, for example. So yeah, it's sort of a traditional Northern European stadium with the stands and the roofs. And it manages to get just over 10,000 in there. So that is Fortuna Sittard. It's quite nice and compact, but obviously a little bit of one of the older stadiums. Or maybe it isn't that old actually, but yeah, it's sort of like quite a simple basic structure, isn't it? Okay. The Go Ahead Eagles. The Adelaarshorst, 10,000 strong. Now this one is again another typical Northern European one, but it does have the higher stands on 1 or 2 sides. Similar, reminds me a little bit of Molineux in England, Wolves, with the larger stand at the side. And it also has, typical of sort of Belgian, French, some English stadiums, it's got that sort of hole in the corner. It's not complete all the way around, as there as well, next to the biggest stand. I'm assuming that the Go Ahead Eagles are named that way for sponsorship reasons, but I've known of them for years because I think that they've got some sort of parental club system with Swansea City, my club, because we've had a lot of players over the years from Go Ahead Eagles, but I'm not sure what the exact thing is. Yeah, but something to do, the Go Ahead Eagles have got some association with Swansea as a parental club. I do like the colours though. It's very nice. Okay, that's the Adelaarshorst, 10,000 for the Go Ahead Eagles. And this is one of my favourites from today. It's SC Heerenveen's Stadium, Lenstra Stadion, 27,224. For people outside of the Netherlands watching this, this is Heerenveen, and they are in Friesland, which is in the north of the Netherlands, and this is the flag of not just the club but the entire sort of province. Do you call it a province? Provincie? In Dutch, I can't remember if it's a state or a province or whatever you call it. And it's famous because they speak a different language. Other than Dutch, Friesland is Fries, which is technically English's closest living relative. So Dutch is pretty close to English, but Fries is even closer. And yeah, so that's the sort of famous thing about Heerenveen. I hope I'm not getting any of this info wrong. I'm pretty sure this is all correct. And this is their stadium. It's one of the nicest ones, actually, I think, that we're going to see today. It's a really nice stadium. High stands on each side, and it fits 27,224. Okay, next over to Heracles Almelo. This is the Erve Asito Stadium, 12,080. It's got the roof stanchions that are very common in Northern Europe, and throughout the world in fact, and it's a nice, compact, full, high-sided stadium, very neat. It looks relatively new. I didn't look at the construction date, unfortunately. I know one or two of you wanted me to add that. I'm sorry I didn't, I was lazy. And I like the black and white colours as well. So yes, this is Heracles Almelo, Erve Asito Stadium, 12,080. Okay, next up. The NEC-Gofferstadion. You can see lots of snow in this picture. 12,500. So you've got, again, quite a nice, neat, four-sided, continuous stanchion. And then you've got a shot of the inside with the nice club colours, the reds and greens and blacks, all around the pitch. And yeah, it's got the roof, very typical of this particular country and region. So that is NEC's Gofferstadion, 12,500. Okay, next we go to Zwolle for PEC Zwolle's MAC 3 Park Stadion, and it's 13,250. Nice club colours of blue and white, sort of like two different blues as well. And you know, as I said already, very typical of this, of the country really. It's got the four-sided with the roof, protecting against the elements in the Dutch winter. So that is PSV Zwolle's MAC 3 Park Stadion, 13,250. Okay, so on to one of the last of the big ones, so PSV. This is the Philips Stadion, Philips being the big company in the Netherlands, obviously, of electronics. And it's 36,500. There are lots of shots, but I tried to get a nice night shot of it. So it's quite a large stadium, obviously it's nearly 40,000. And then this is the shot from the inside. It's still got the roof, as have the others, but it's got quite high stanchions on each side. Lovely red and white colours of the club, and it's in pretty good nick by the looks of it. Really nice looking stadium there, the Philips Stadion of PSV, who, if I'm to be correct, came second in the league that's just finished. So they will try and they should surely have ambitions to win it this year. Okay, RKC Waalwijk. This is one of the smaller ones. This is the Mandemakers Stadion, and it is 7,500. So even at 7,500, it's not the smallest you're going to see in today's video. We've already seen two smaller, I think there are more to come. So this is Waalwijk Stadion, the Mandemakers Stadion, and yeah, I really like its compactness, really neat, tidy, intimate, close to the pitch. I love that. All of the stadiums, they haven't got running tracks around them. I think that needs to be pointed out, really, that they're all super close. You know, as a player, you'd be able to hear everything, unfortunately, in some occasions, that's being said to you by people in the stadium, so at least it's got that element of, like, intimacy. Okay, next up is Sparta Rotterdam, which makes me think I got an early one wrong when I said it was in Rotterdam. I mean, there are 3 clubs in Rotterdam, so correct me, whatever club at the top I said was in Rotterdam, I'm wrong. So this is Sparta, and It's an 11,000 capacity stadium. It's called Ed Castell. And looking at that picture, you can't see this bit here. So similar to, Craven Cottage from Fulham in the UK in England, where they have the sort of old cricket ground building there. They've got like an actual castle at the front of the building, and then they've built a football stadium on it. So I find it really difficult to find this picture because all the pictures are just of the facade of the castle part of it, which shows you nothing of the football stadium. You'd never guess, walking up here at times, that there's a football stadium hiding behind it. So yeah, it's a funny one. So Sparta Rotterdam's Het Kasteel, 11,000. Fascinating stadium. Okay, next up is one of the larger ones. It's one of the mid-group. This is FC Twente, the Grolsch Veste, and really nice looking stadium, 30,205, and you've got the high-ended stanchions each side, close to the pitch, again, all very similar in their design with the roof, but this one's got a large three-sided one to match that. Yeah, so the large three-sided stadium stanchions over the slightly smaller one there. So this is a really nice stadium, I like it a lot. This is for FC Twente, the Grolsch Veste, 20,205 capacity. Okay, I love the city of Utrecht. I've never seen the stadium though. Is it like on the outskirts? It looks like it's near the outskirts, to be honest. It's not in this middle of the city, is it? Yeah, so it's slightly unusual in the fact that it's got very large sided ones with these gaps in the side. So slightly different to the rest of the ones in this country. So this is the Stadion Galgenwaard, 23,750, and it there was a breakdown of all the different provinces of the Netherlands, and this is the only one from the province of Utrecht to be in the Eredivisie. So it's the largest for miles around. Yeah, 23,750, so it's in that middle group. And this is FC Utrecht. And yeah, it's a cool stadium, nice roof. I don't personally like it when there's gaps at the side though. I'm a little bit of I like it all neat and tidy. But I would probably go there at some point if I had the opportunity to, because I love visiting the city. Okay, next, Vitesse, the GelreDome. So this is an interesting picture. It's got the sort of dome tops on these sides, and then the shorter sides there. And this is what it looks like from the inside. That's definitely the sides, one of the side stands there. That's one of the longer, bigger stanchions on the side there. And this actually fits in 21,248. So a decent sized stadium for Vitesse, Arnhem, I believe. And then moving on to our very last one. This is FC Volendam, the Kras Stadion. You can see in the middle of the countryside there, this orange stadium, and it fits 7,384. So it is in the smaller group of stadiums, but yeah, it's got this nice orange. It's got gaps at the side as well, but it does have the roof. So this is FC Volendam's Kras Stadion, 7,384. So that's the end of the video. If you could drop a like, that would be marvellous. Thank you so much. And while you're there, drop a comment and tell me which is your favourite. I'm going to pick, curiously, even though there are these really big stadiums, I kind of think I like Heerenveen's more, or maybe AZ. Something about them that I really like, but yeah, tell me which one is your favourite. Okay, thanks so much for watching everyone. Take care and I'll see you soon.